What is American ballet today? What is our national ballet profile? Hi, I'm Damian Woetzel. I'm the Director of Arts Programs for the Aspen Institute. I also am a Director of Music and Dance Performances. I run the Vail International Dance Festival. And my first life was I was a principal dancer for the New York City Ballet for 20 years. Misty Copeland is a great ballerina. She's a wonderful dancer. She's also happens to be African American. And when I think about this achievement, I think back to the beginnings of ballet in America. When George Balanchine, who founded the New York City Ballet, arrived in America in 1933, invited by Lincoln Kirstein to really create American ballet. The vision then was a company of complete diversity, of Caucasian dancers, of even number with African American dancers, with even numbers of Native American dancers. And there's letters to that effect of the dream of what it was. And when I think that now here it is, it's 2015, and now today, Misty has become the first African American ballerina at American Ballet Theatre, the first principal dancer. It's a historic day. As I often say to dancers I work with or dancers that I'm training or I've taught in the past that, excellence is only the first step. It's being correct. It's like nobody goes to the theater to see somebody dance correctly. No matter how correctly, it's still, that's a little bit, why did you settle for so little in a sense? And Misty, takes things to a whole nother level with her utter seriousness and sincerity on the stage with what she's doing, whatever the part, whether it's, a classic like Swan Lake or a Balanchine neoclassic like Tchaikovsky Paruda or a contemporary work. And I think that's part of the reason that choreographers gravitate to her, as well as that she applies herself in ways that read. Because I always thought, and as when I was dancing myself, realized the audience knows. The audience always knows. And I can say that last week I was in New York, saw her do her first Swan Lake as Odette O'Dial, the epic role for ballerinas, and the mood in the house was something that I'd never felt before. Misty is a trailblazer, not only on the stage, but it's off the stage as well, because she sets an example. I think it's going to change ballet in so many different ways, with opening doors for people who never imagined that this was a part of their future. It also is simply, and it's not about just being professional, it's about willingness and interest level that she provides to a huge amount of people. I mean, young people all around the country gravitate to her image, which is not simply that of an excellent artist. It's much more than that. It's also her confidence, her sincerity. And when I think about her dancing, I think about excellence, and then I think about the sheer dedication and work that she has put into this. She has worked tirelessly for this achievement, and it shows. Sincerity shows. Well, the future of ballet, I think, changed for the better today when I think about Misty Copeland achieving that status of principal dancer at ABT. As an example to countless young African American girls and boys to see that achievement in the light that it should be. So that's one thing when I think about that question. But beyond that, we are in a bit of a shaking out period in ballet where after the 20th century, where ballet really came into its own. We're talking about a 19th century art form that, the classics, when we think about Swan Lake or the Sleeping Beauty or the Nutcracker, those are 19th century ballets, basically European, Russian, Tchaikovsky-driven. And then the 20th century, we made it our own, if you will, especially in America with George Balanchine and Jerome Robbins, who not only was a great Broadway choreographer with West Side Story, but also created landmark ballets like Afternoon of a Faun or The Concert or Dances at a Gathering. And many times on dances on American themes, like Fancy Free was about 3 sailors on shore leave, which 9 months later he and Leonard Bernstein turned into On the Town. If you think about that, that's the 20th century. That is a building process of one thing after another, making an art form, essentially. Now, in the aftermath of the Titans, Balanchine passed away in 1983, Robbins 1998, and there are others, Agnes de Mille, and many others who contributed to the canon. We've been finding our new voices along the way. And there are many good new voices, but I think in the next 10 to 20 years, we'll see that start to gel and see what sticks and what matters the most, not only to audiences, but to the art form itself, because not everything that matters is a success at first, glance.